P-Storm!
Welcome back to P-Storm, everybody. We are on Chapter 5 of Danganronpa. We are about to start the investigation phase, or the shocking revelation that the headmaster may have been murdered. Of course, we don't know for sure that this is the headmaster yet, but we'll find out soon, I suppose. But yeah, let's get right into it. Right now, I have to focus on the body. And yeah, my ear's a bit clogged up, so the voices might be off, but you know, I was looking forward to finishing this chapter all week, and you know, I'm scheduled to record this, so the show must go on. Should take a close look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko after all. I was gonna say literally, word for word, that. Oh, what is this? Who knew that the headmaster vaped? Something next to the body, it's a vape pen. Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? That's right. The key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. And this key is... Yeah, it's a vape pen, alright. What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. Never seen this key before. Where could it possibly go to? Oh wait, was that Byakuya? I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then? Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh? Shut the fuck up. That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean... The biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now? The biolab was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I'd found in the garden into the keyhole, the key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't go to this room. Well, god damn it. Let's see. Yes, this goes downstairs. Chem lab? Is that one of the rooms that was locked? Let's see. Oh, the headmaster's room and the data center. So nice of the game to remind me. Alright, so the data center is this way. And on the map, it's got a big Monokuma symbol, so it must be really important. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I'd found in the garden into the keyhole, it fits. This is the key to the data center. I'd managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now? Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center to find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door's still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. The perfect meat shield. It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. There's Toko out of nowhere. Master told you he trusts you? Master told you that? Well, don't let it go to your head.
I am so not happy about any of this.
Okay, data lab.
Reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes.
Whoa. So I suppose this is where the headmaster was watching everything unfold from.
In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were kind of strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hiro extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms. Every part of this school was covered. This is...
It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors. So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. Watch us? And this room is the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt.
The Mastermind's room? I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here, watching us.
Then I think this settles it.
Huh?
The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba, and she was the Mastermind.
And the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead?
It would seem so. For serious?
It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself.
The Mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? 'Cause, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that...
But if their Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. We gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come on. No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? But what about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. I'm bothered by the fact the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered?
So you think so too, huh?
Naturally. I mean, the knife sticking out of their chest should have been a good indicator. The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered. Why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it? That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind. Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again.
The Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answer to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here.
Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind.
I've noticed Kyoko still isn't around. I got a bad feeling about this. What do you think, Byakuya?
Why was the Mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the Mastermind.
Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. Or as fast as they are. That's what I meant, how I meant to inflect that.
I mean, I want to know why they were killed as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here.
Hurry up and find something for Master.
There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs. Nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on.
They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, they can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from?
The Mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. An Alter Ego.
You may well be right about that. But there's no point in thinking about it now.
You're right.
What's over here?
There's nothing showing up on this one.
Huh? Hey, look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna? It is. Just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas.
Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV?
Huh? Did someone say TV?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here.
Are you talking about me? Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way into TV land before you know it.
I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about?
Quantum leap, obviously. You never seen it? That's okay, neither have I.
No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are still following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have, anyway? It's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the Mastermind's been using them all to spy on us.
As long as I have this.
Huh?
Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership?
Store's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck.
Door's locked, huh? What if you use the key that opened this room?
Let's give it a try just in case. Nope, no good. Won't even fit in the keyhole.
Oh. Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The Mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
Oh!
What's wrong?
Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working.
Really?
Now all we gotta do is switch it on. Then do it. Friggin' idiot Mastermind. Oh, you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it?
Huh? This is...
It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
Huh? That's weird. Hey, what are you doing? That's really weird.
You're weird. Weird in every way possible. Not just weird. Super weird.
But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how's it showing the camera feed?
Did you try changing the channel?
Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try.
Hero went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
What the heck?
Is it broken or something?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup.
A trick? What kind of trick?
I'm not sure, but...
Huh? Huh? What? What?
What?
Been a while, you friggin' bastards. Some people say they like cucumbers better pickled.
Monokuma?
How? You're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
You're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already.
Not even. It's been like half a day at most.
How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The looks on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see, the moment you went from hope to despair.
Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment.
Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. Makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin the despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game.
You can't be serious.
We have to keep going?
No. We were supposed to get out of here.
Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all that bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are.
Are you serious? This place is the worst.
If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair? Whew, I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll get to the point now.
The point?
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here.
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind. But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed?
Look at how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you all about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. Huh? But what does that mean?
Is it displaying, or it's displaying the signal? But it's just us standing here.
You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
What?
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
It doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning.
What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed's being broadcast? No way, that's impossible. I mean, I've Netflix, but I've never seen Squid Game.
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode.
Are you being serious right now?
Of course. The Sinclair network hates me.
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan.
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you in here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment. You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy.
Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
What if they already did?
Huh?
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who could actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I really don't know personally though, so whatever.
But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources.
Yep. So how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. That's something you all need to That's something you all need to do first, remember?
What?
Yeah, duh. There's the little business of...
Oh.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh?
Class trial? Do you mean... I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay? Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride. I can't wait. I can't wait.
And then, he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth totally out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. Took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright.
I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment, and how is he still alive?
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that, at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko.
What?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility.
The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe it, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself.
Myself?
Anyway, we'd better begin.
But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. Huh? But you just said... I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm gonna begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That's how this game works, after all. Alright. We're in the... Whoa! Okay. It's suddenly... yeah, metal investigation.
Well, I'd better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I had to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden.
I am digging this metal arrangement of the investigation theme. To be perfectly honest.
Okay, time to get started. I had to check everywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do.
Yeah, I suppose, look, what is this?
These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I have to double check that later.
Double check what later?
If I check the body more thoroughly, then maybe I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. Seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. There's also something on the back of the right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but looks like a picture of a dog or something. Never seen anything like it before. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right?
Exploded body analysis.
The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet.
Oh, I think I already said that. Step away from the dead body. Alright, let's take another look at that knife.
There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife... It looks really familiar. Wait, is this... That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person on the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And the same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... when they attacked, I was in kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. Then maybe I... If this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No. No, it can't be. There's no way.
Alright, what else we got? Yeah, let's talk to everyone before I look inside the shed. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up?
If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked.
Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too.
So who does that body belong to?
Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you.
What do you want to talk about?
I'd like to hear your alibi.
Alibi?
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night.
Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? What's nighttime got to do with it?
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime.
How can you know that for sure?
Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here. So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night.
What?
Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis
Are me and Kyoko.
and if the victim really is Kyoko.
Then I'm the only one without an alibi.
Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you?
I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so...
That's hardly an alibi.
I know.
So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here.
I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it?
It's 11 o'clock right now.
Okay, and?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body.
When the body was found, huh? I should take a look back at what I did this morning and help me remember what it was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. When I headed back to the gym, everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
So now that you mention it, I think that you're right. So I think we can say for sure the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done.
That's a pretty small job.
Like how Hiro's the only one of these four who, I managed to get a truth bullet out of. Alright.
I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
The chicken is the murderer. What's going on, Makoto?
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here?
Of course, there were precisely 5.
Yeah, right?
What's wrong?
There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short.
Huh? Ah!
It's so weird. I remember when it disappeared, or I wonder when it disappeared.
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished.
I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case?
Okay, so the plant's got nothing to do with it. Let's take a look at this thing.
This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. And Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then, if the body was here before then, the sprinklers shouldn't have gotten it wet. Or the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30.
Oh yeah, let's look in the shed.
Just to be sure, I should take a look in the tool shed.
And then Mondo's just in there like, hey guys, what's up? Oh, I just killed another person. No big deal, really.
This room's pretty dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. This is a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before?
And Hifumi just like squeezes through the doors like, hey guys!
I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside... Man, the underside's never coming out. What is Arthur Lee doing? It's totally clean and completely dry. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing here that concerns me. These flower pots have nothing to do with the case. Or do they? There's a lawnmower here. I don't think it has anything to do with the mystery corpse.
Crazy Diamond!
There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy Diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. It's definitely intriguing, but now is not the time to worry about it. These tools have nothing to do with the case. I don't love these hoes. I really hope there aren't any clues hidden in the fertilizer.
No one's gonna go digging through that crap.
I don't love these hoes. I'm out the dough. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. The key to her room. I don't have a choice. I'll have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya?
If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial.
Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it.
I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story.
Then, will you go with me?
Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not.
Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area.
Why is he being so cryptic about it? Did he, like, absorb Kyoko's soul, and now now he's being as cryptic as Kyoko was being before? Alright. Okay, so wherever this mystery area is, the gym. The gym. Let's go to the gym. Maybe I can fast travel to the first floor. It's not right by the gym, but close enough. Oh, yeah, it is right by the gym.
Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but they figured it wouldn't be here.
I just found something. What is it?
And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. Fragments I found in the garden. Okay, checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go.
Wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms.
Alright, there's Kyoko's room. Well then, here we go.
Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then...
And it's open.
Looks like it. Thanks.
Gosh, guys. I've never been in a girl's room before. That's a lie.
It's a lie. I've been in Sayaka's room before. So this is Kyoko's room.
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for?
Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here?
Sorry.
Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here.
More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it.
What's in the envelope?
Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Well, something certainly has happened, so open it.
Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
That's all that was in there?
Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? Found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78 student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile.
Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind.
I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search.
Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then... I never imagined I'd hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it? The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir is already...
Whoa! I feel like our hero's becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero.
There we go. I thought he was breaking the fourth wall there for a second. Like the hero is turning into the player, and the player is turning into the hero. Like, but okay, yeah, the hero turning into a bit player is that makes more sense. Ah, it's you.
What do you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh. You found her profile?
So what if we did?
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow these regulations myself.
Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting?
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking, I should probably clarify that. When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
A misunderstanding? What are you saying?
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16? Then... 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Why?
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Makes sense? Okay, that's all you get for now. Though, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share this little secret with you.
Seriously?
Oh, she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time. Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears She wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
Monokuma's account has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Because Monokuma spouts nothing but the truth.
Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo... Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means...
Yeah, didn't see any scars on the... I don't see any scars on that hand. Hold up. That tattoo has a dog on it. Hold up. Oh, yes. You know, Fenrir is the name of one of Loki's children in Norse mythology. He was a giant wolf. So, yeah, and you know, a tattoo on the back of the hand that kind of looks like you know some kind of military insignia. I think this Mukuro Ikusaba might be the corpse after all.
Those fake nails on the corpse.
You thinking about Kyoko again?
Huh?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us?
He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro was the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now?
He said he wanted to make things clear so they wouldn't have any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected,
But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair.
Mukuro is related to the case?
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko.
What?
That would explain why we'd have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game.
Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko?
Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind. Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit.
Huh? What makes you say that?
We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
That's a good point.
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit.
So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion.
That's what makes sense to me.
The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is?
What is this?
Something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What's that? What purpose does it serve?
I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers.
I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse.
That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks.
Really? What?
Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to.
The dojo?
Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation.
I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Well, are you coming?
Okay, locker number 6.
There are wooden lockers here. They use the woodblock keys just like those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right?
I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
Well, just try it.
Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total.
They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong considering how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks.
Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. Wonder what this was used for. Is that a bloodstain?
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case.
This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? That's all the locker room has to offer for now. Something wrong?
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how'd the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or perhaps...
Byakuya?
Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location.
Huh? What nice location?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to look for more research on Fenrir.
Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that?
Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to research on something?
Research? Are you talking about the archive?
That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here.
Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back.
Ah, here we go.
He quickly returned with a file in hand.
Take a look at this.
I have no idea what it says. What language is it? There it is! There it is! There it is!
I fucking called it. That is the Fenrir insignia that was on the victim's hand.
How'd you make it all the way through high school without learning a single word of French?
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over.
100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme?
Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they're a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is an equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They've been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that their key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd all acquired.
Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group. They simply imploded. What is it?
This all sounds like some kind of alternate reality.
Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting.
Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use.
So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir.
Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right?
That's right. It says Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
What? Got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean...
Oh. It's time for the trial, boyos!
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come.
All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
It would seem that way. Let's go. All right. This is this is getting it's getting pretty interesting. I couldn't think of a different, I couldn't think of a better word besides interesting. But it's like Byakuya used that word every other sentence, so I wanted to use a different word, but yeah, nothing came to mind. But if you enjoyed this video, then no further action is required on your part, etc., etc.